Okay. ECB rates 0.25 cut. Nice. Is DXY running? Or, I mean, dumping for that? So, I want to see continuation today, honestly. That's what I'm primarily looking for, but we also tagged the standard deviation projection as I showed yesterday in the video. It is literally trading at the -1 standard deviation projection of the manipulation on the hourly. I want to see breakout now. I want to see continuation because look at it, the daily. We had a large range, and then what's this? So we had a large range, and then it gapped up also. I want to see at least one more push instead of like a pullback or a reversal. Then maybe later tomorrow or something with NFP, it could just pull back deeper using NFP. But today, I mean, look at this 4-hourly chart. It's just retesting the fair value gap, forming an order like it should rally today. Problem is, it's all-time highs, so I don't know how much can it go. The rejection block would then all be on the hourly, on the 4-hourly. Let's keep the rejection block on the chart. It could just wick down there one more time. That's why I want to keep it on the chart. And then ESF equals, which is also S&T divergence. As for dealing range, I gotta establish a dealing range. Let me check the 5-minute. It's really hard to establish the dealing range again. We have the highs, but it goes down to 1. Blue shaded box and dog, by the way, the gap from the daily. It almost feels like I'm looking at the same chart, so yeah, there's no S&T. Alright. Seems like it's going to be another tough day then in terms of PA. I mean, the only thing I want to see is at open if it doesn't tag out the buy side right away. I want to see it coming down into this fair value gap here one more time. And same deal on ES. This fair value gap on ES. And rating these lows without taking the buy side though. On 32nd, you have an S&T 848. Let's see. There should be an S&T here actually, but I don't. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Oh, that's a good delivery right there. V shape, manipulation in the fair value gap and rally. Now it makes sense. And the chop is at range EQ of the range, dealing range. It's it's literally range bound in a very a very small range here. 50 points. Alright, so because there is a divergence there, I'm ditching the idea of sell side raid. Just gonna keep it on a 30-second actually. There's the OB here. Looks like a seek and destroy day. It's a seek and destroy overnight for sure. Well, on daily, I mean, it should really keep going at least one more day. There's no reason to go short, obviously. So even if it breaks down, I'm just gonna watch it. Today also, I believe there is, let me see, there's 10 o'clock news. 8:30, okay, no 10 o'clock today. Um, NVIDIA second biggest company in the world now, Microsoft on one. NVIDIA is insane. Insane. Alright, we're at range EQ again. Also N dog. They shouldn't take out the lows and just keep rallying from here, honestly. Let's go back down to 1 minute. Yep, no news at 10 o'clock today. I mean, this should be taking out the short-term buy side here. And it should be the second stage accumulation right now. Also, the discount fair value gap isn't the gap, the daily gap. Which is good to see. Right now it's forming an OB. I'm not sure if it's gonna retest it though before buy side. I think it's just gonna go for the buy side draw. So the OB mean threshold. I think Nasdaq at this point it shouldn't violate the 931 low before tagging the buy side. I mean, I don't think it will, but hey, Salto, how are you doing, brother? There's a volume imbalance here. Just noticed that. My oil man. Later cotton headlights. It's funny. Oil has been great last couple days, or last week rather. What a delivery! Finally tagged low. And Nasdaq really needs to go for it from here. So ES took the short-term buy side. Nasdaq didn't. That's very suspicious. Now the odds are against this idea. Yep, it could be. I mean, the more it fucks around here, the lower the probability gets. Yep, it's going for it. Very choppy open. I mean, it's still following the technicals, but very choppy consolidation here. So if the S&T divergence holds here and confirms, it's not confirmed yet, but if it confirms, then we look at this the low, I guess. Seems like 848. Not there just yet though. It's still holding the volume balance in the LB. Yeah, it should be upside. It should be. But yeah, if it can't catch up though with ES, I think we're looking at the BPR down here. Good morning, brother. We go on the 32nd. Yeah, it's still holding the range EQ, and there's a trap there. She should send it. Here's the trap. I can't call it a trap actually. Alright, the short-term buy side tagged. Should really send it now. Sure, absolutely. Let's do it this way. Whenever you have time, hit me up. Let's go over the voice chat and have a conversation together. Little 15-minute S&D hold at the top, brother. That's my draw on liquidity right now. So V-shape, S&T divergence, first leg, and this should be the second leg for the short-term buy side at least. I mean, internally it completed the buy side, so at this point it doesn't necessarily have to go for the high of the day, but I'm still favoring that. Still holding for bullish run. Sure, I'll hit you up after the stream then. Try to scalp short before 9:30. Got no. There's no reason to short this market. Needs to form the PA first, even if you want to scalp short. So for example, if it forms, I think it's going to be 15 minutes. 15-minute divergence then maybe at the highs. Because it looks like ES will tag it for sure. I'm not sure about NASDAQ though. It's very choppy. Still holding the range EQ though. So again, as long as it stays above, it should be drawn to 124. So ES tagged the high here. I mean, looking at the daily, today should be another 200 point day. That's what I was saying before you came here. And tomorrow with NFP, I think we could pull back a deep, is what I was thinking. Just low resistance run down there, and then just rush towards buy side again, kind of thing. Every day you sit behind your desk and learn, you become 1%, but even if it feels you're lost. Oh, that's a fact, dude. Like I was so not agitated, but I was so mad yesterday. You can't imagine. I was very pissed, but still learned something, right? I had to go. I sit through it and just watch the PM session without doing anything stupid. Well, it was one of those days like where you have a potential to blow everything up. It was one of those days for me, emotionally speaking. So ES tagged the buy side here. Yeah, seems like buy side objectives completed for both. Now we should be looking at this S&T low here. Nasdaq seems like it wants to tag the low. There we go. All right, let's recalibrate then. Honestly, guys, at this point, I feel like this is not worth touching for now. I mean, look at the hourly. The 4-hourly failed, or about to fail, to form the rejection block. So, here's what I'm thinking. Because the divergence... Damn, it's on the 4-hour. So, it's hourly divergence. Because of that, I think NASDAQ could deliver the sell side on the hourly, which is here. The 30-second sell model is completed also. Let's see what happens from here. I gotta delete the dealing range though. We're gonna have a new one. It's a 4-hour rejection block. next week is rollover. I hate rollover weeks, bro. I hate it. Literally. I think it's the worst price action ever on rollover weeks. Like, I would rather trade FOMC range bound market than fucking rollover weeks. I've hurt myself before. Um, those weeks. It's like also causes confusion. You gotta look at which contract should I look at, June or September? I'm like, they show different levels also, and sometimes one tags the buy side, the other doesn't, and it fails to go. And if you're unaware, obviously you'll be holding your position. Well, yes, still looking strong. That's a very tight, taking the short range now. South side, buy side, south side, buy side. Now it's gonna go for the south side. Dude, I don't even want to check YM anymore. Yeah. Fucking baby boomers. Like, uh, I mean, looking at YM, it should really go for this low on the daily. It has, I think it's the weekly S&T. And trading maybe is laggy. Yeah, so the weekly S&T divergence there, you literally should go down. Trading view is lagging. I complete this doing range. Yes, still wants the high. Nasdaq trading below the daily gap is not that good though. What the fuck is going on? S&P both ways. ES and NQ. So initially it was in the buy model. Here, there's it on 30-second though. 30-second S&P divergence. This is this leg, whole leg. First leg came down to range equilibrium was here. Delivered the short-term buy side, but failed to break out. On the other end, ES delivered the external. So because it failed to break out, so if I go back down to 30, not much going on here though in terms of like PD arrays. It just formed apparently a sell model. There's a breaker block here, and the sell side is what S&T allows here, which is strong liquidity, tagged it, so it completed the sell model there as well. Which is why you should always go step by step for better position management as well. Alright, 5 minutes till 10 o'clock. Let me make coffee real quick. I'll be right back in 2 minutes, guys. Alright, I'm back. Turkish coffee, Americano. I prefer Americano, honestly. Alright, so the hourly S&T delivered the sell side, apparently. What I'm looking at is now I want to see ES catching up with NASDAQ there and tag the hourly low as well. The 4-hourly rejection block didn't form, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to rearrange. So NASDAQ, I'm sorry, ES has a high probability draw on liquidity here, which is a 30-second S&P divergence, the 30-second sell model there. It doesn't necessarily have to go for the hourly sell side though, if it wants to keep things bullish for the day. But the 30-second S&T low is, it should get tagged at this point. So interesting to see a sell day after a rally like yesterday. There's fair value up here. As for target though, I don't know where NQ can go. That's the problem. It should be silver bullet for ES though. So the hourly opened, let's see how it looks. Doesn't look that good. I want to see ES rating this level right now. PO3 on 15. It could be a PO3. It could be. Jesus, TradingView, come on, fix your fucking app. Oh. Let's see how 1 minute lower time frame order flow changes though. I would say at this point, if ES tags the 30-second low and goes for the extreme fair value gap, that would be better. Alright, testing the range EQ. This is the defining level for ES. I think, in my opinion, it should reject right here and go for the SMT low, and then turn things bullish a little bit. So there's a rejection block here. I mean, so far this is definitely not one of those days where you want to trade for for at least the AM session. It seems like NQ might get stronger comparing to ES after the south side is taken out. Very indecisive market. That's true. Also, going short after the day like yesterday is kind of scary as well. NQ touched the 30-second trap here. Should go to all-time high now. Gun to my head, I'm on the same page with you, but I don't think it's there yet. I think I want to see ES like tagging this low, then turning bullish. I would favor that, but that's gun to my head, like I said. The 50-minute looks good for PO3 though. Lost for NQ. Gun in my head, I think Trump is the next president. I'm risking it. Let's go, bro. I personally would favor 1 minute SMT divergence before going long. Might be forming bearish divergence here. Let's see if it will hold or not. The fact that ES is above N dog though is something to note. So yeah, what I'm looking for right now is it's basically a bullish divergence is what I'm waiting for. Seems like it's forming engineered liquidity here. So this depends on ES, but I am willing to turtle soup the 1 minute low if it gets down there. Depends on what ES is doing at the time. That stop loss is definitely not safe though, just FYI. I think it needs to form the S&T divergence. The OB is holding so far though. That's something to note. The OB is right there. It's holding so far. Engineered liquidity down here. I want to see either ES or Nasdaq running that low. Then making a run basically. That's what I want to see. I don't know if I'll get it or not though. It surely is a choppy morning so far, which is definitely not what I expected from today's price action. Wow, that's an ugly wick. It didn't even do anything though. Like no lows are taken out or whatever. It's just wicked. Ugly. Wick CE. Okay, the sell side is taken out now. Seems like. Let's see how it holds here. If this holds, this should be a long. This divergence. Um, I don't think it I don't know. It's mm, I'm still thinking about if it wants to go lower than this, but it really shouldn't. I think the S&T divergence should hold here, price and send it higher. This is forming after a V-shaped rejection in a fair value gap. and there is now like the hourly sell side is completed, right? And then there is the drawn liquidity up here. Should be targeted as long as it holds though. If it doesn't hold, that's another story. Let's annotate this. I'm gonna um, try longing on micros, I guess. Let's see, 15 points. I'm gonna try longing this on micros. It's like 5 contracts. Stop will be below the divergence. If it goes there, I'm wrong anyway, so I'm willing to be stopped. So I don't want to see the fair value gap on the 1 minute delivery sell side here for sure. The part doesn't look, it's not looking really good. It needs to go above it. Still choppy. So I'm watching the highs right now. I don't want to see an S&T formation whatsoever. And if it delivers the short-term buy side on the 1 minute, that's where I'll be break-evening my stop loss basically. In my opinion, it looks like a lower time frame rejection or small bread and butter. Yep. That's why I was waiting for SMT divergence, because it's a V-shaped rejection. And that means usually when V-shape is there, it manipulates one more time, which is the SMT divergence itself. But now it needs to deliver at least the short-term buy side. So here, let me annotate it with the red right here. So if it rejects that range EQ again, it shouldn't though. The position is not safe. So it's the range EQ right now. It's testing there. I don't want to see a rejection. Yes, tag the short-term buy side. I'm moving my stop here to break even. So basically, this could also form an SMT divergence which I don't want to see. Alright, tagged high. Now it should run. This is where you can partial, by the way. I'm not gonna partial it, but you guys can partial it right there. And definitely keep your stop loss at break even. I'm targeting the buy side all the way up here. You look at the 15-second, look at the market making my buy model. Sure. Oh, this looks clean on the 15. Trap, trap fair value gap, came down to trap fair value gap, and that low is S&T. That's kind of clean and delivered the short-term buy side. Good scalp. You know, it could fail here, but regardless, like it's a good scalp to short-term buy side. A good buy model. Nice patience and trade, brother. Thank you, man. On a very choppy day. Your trade was good too, by the way. Um, it's just that I understand why you break even your trade. I would have done the same thing. But again, for PA, like right now, my stop loss is definitely not safe. But same deal as you did. Like I don't care if it tags me out at break even or not. I'm not gonna risk more. That's the thing I missed yesterday, by the way, Nazmi. When we were talking about the double fair value gap, do you remember? I was like, oh, the 15-minute this, 15-minute that. You said no, it's the IFUD. The thing I didn't take into consideration because I was too focused on the 15-minute was is basically the same deal. It was a V shape, formed fair value gaps, and in that fair value gap, the thing that sets the stage for the first leg is that S&T divergence in the fair value gap, and that's what I missed. I should have done the same thing and long that divergence. Doesn't look like it's ready to rock it actually, because ES is going back in the range, got stopped there. Funny to see how my buy models start. Always take out one more. Yep, exactly. The hard part is though, is as you're watching this live, it's really hard to know whether this is gonna be a divergence or not. So that requires experience, and I don't think I still have that. I still have to sometimes wait for confirmation whatsoever. Depends on the PA though, like if it happens at a very specific level, yeah, I can anticipate that. But today was not definitely not one of those days. Why not take some profit on the highs? Use micros at the highs. That's a good question. I could have. I just didn't. I don't know. But that's definitely a partial because what happens is the divergence delivers it, right? Because its objective is just to take out the short-term buy side. As it does, what happens afterwards, it's the defining moment whether it wants to go for the a full target or not, right? So that's a good partial, like I mentioned, as it goes. I didn't take it because why not? Because why not have the adrenaline rush? Just kidding. The moment of truth, for real, it should go. So this was a trap also. Trap parabolic, yeah, let's call it. But it failed to break out though, like it came down into range, which it shouldn't have. It should have used the upper fair value gap just to keep going higher. But I understand that because this is also, I think it's a 15-minute fair value gap, so it's pretty normal. 15-minute and 5-minute, pretty normal. What a junkie. I know, right? It's a junkie though. The moment of truth. Stand above the CE of breaker. It'll run. It should run. So here, the 15-minute. Let me turn off the micros. So here, the thing is, the 15-minute fair value gap got rejected, or got a reaction from there. So it sent it lower, and that was a 5-minute immediate rebalance into discount one more time. So yeah, it should keep going lower unless it forms a bearish divergence here. Right now we don't have that. And it's 10:30 XRP. Let's see what 10:30 brings. I'm thinking of using SMT trend lines for entries. Can you elaborate what you mean by that? Did you notice that? Oh, that's beautiful. I did not. That's the, is this the, yeah, it's the 1 minute. Oh, that's 8:30. Oh shit. So this is data high, which is also the drawn liquidity. Data, data high. That is very interesting. It's forming an S&T divergence right now, though. That's a problem. ES is low-key being a bitch here. Yeah, ES is definitely being a bitch here. It could go down to here now. It failed to take the data high. Yeah, I didn't notice that. That's a good point. 30 booze bumps. Extend the SMT lines and then limit order. I don't know if that works though, or if that would work. So something like this, and when it touches there, you long it, kind of deal. Well, I mean that invalidates the SMT though. Maybe you can do that on the stronger pair when long. Yes needs to rally here because the longer it stays below the high, the odds are getting against this this rally. So this is let's take a look at the dealing range also. That's the wrong one. One thing I noticed, bro, is when 930 don't Judas, you look at 945 for Judas. You know what? I've noticed that too, actually. I was thinking about something similar before. Because, like you said, 930 sometimes happens to be a range bound, something like this. Which is what? Which is essentially forming a smart money reversal, right? And then 945, 950, it comes, does the Judas, does the damage before 10 o'clock. 3 ways down, 4 ways up. I was saying like, so here's what I was saying, Kila. If I understood you correctly, trading the trend line S&Ts is basically something like this, right? There's the S&T divergence. It's breaking out right now. There's the S&T divergence, and you long as it touches there. If that's so, if that's so, I think, I mean, as it touches there, if it fails the S&T, so that shouldn't be it, I guess. Or you can use it for the stronger pair, something like that. I guess that's what you meant. You'll miss a lot of moves though. We'll be dealing range. That's funny. Good afternoon, TJ. How you doing, bro? I think it's a good idea, Kila. What lately is going on? Is there a lot of MM, like American Prime models? How? Yeah, it's range bound days are like that all the time. It's good even if it does if it goes to target that I was taking out. Sometimes it's better not to risk. That's like, bro, I've been preaching for that. Like, absolutely, you like even though you got stopped or even though I got stopped, we both did the right thing. Like, I don't care if it goes to my target. It goes to my target after I stops me out at break even because it could have been a loss and then run for the highs as well, and that's the worst case scenario. That really fucks with your mind. So you follow your own position management rules. I didn't follow mine, got stopped. It's what it is. It's just like just only being able to read the market itself and calling the moves beforehand before it happens. Even that alone, I think, is just part of part of part of success, and sometimes more satisfying than making money on it. Not all the time, but sometimes. We'll see how it goes. Thinking of it, giving it a bash on a higher time frame, like, I mean, give it a shot, but like I said, you're gonna be missing out a lot of moves, and if you happen to long the weaker, you're not gonna get entry first, and sometimes you will get entry and you'll think it's bullish, but it's actually failing the divergence. So be careful. 5 minute bullish S&T. Should see 5 minute buy side later. Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is I feel like Nasdaq will tag the high and then reject it. Will come back in the range. I don't think we're gonna have a trending day today. It seems like. Like, look at ES. ES looks so fucking ugly. Say that we don't really have a good dealing range to mark up. It would be difficult to get a good trade. Absolutely. Like, I've had that problem yesterday. I've had that today because it's not forming bullish divergences, right? So when that happens, there's no way for me to. I mean, there are some other ways, but it's not as precise. It's it's really like hard to see where the pullbacks could be into, that causes problems. Then you end up just trading the potential reversals, just like I did here. For example, the hourly formed the divergence, which its objective is to deliver the opposite side, which is the hourly sell side, right? The hourly sell side was tagged. Now it's in 2022 model, basically. Rejected, you wait for the rejection, right? Rejected, then formed 1 minute bullish order flow with the bullish S&T divergence, and now it should go. This is the 2022 model. You don't long it like right away at the fair value gap though, unless it's a trap or the divergence is at the rejection itself. Trail sleepinism. Be careful though, because you're not. So, for example, the chart you sent, Killa, just right now, it's a range bound day chart. Okay, like if let's say you see some sort of like similar price action to this, but it's a trending day, you'll get hurt doing that. Just a note. CL is like a chicken without a hand. That's a great metaphor. Dude, what the fuck is this? Crude, I think, soft out. It seems like crude is for. Oh my god, this is a big ass you can destroy on crude also. It seems like crude is forming a sell model on the 15 minutes, but it could push one more time, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to actually. It seems like it's forming a sell model, which it should because drawn liquidity still should be lower. This rally is so ugly though. Yeah, ugly PA today on crude. I'll tell you that. Fading the whole 10 a.m. rally. Wow. Alright, let's get back to ES. ES is basically rebalancing the daily gap the whole session. What a bitch. Still don't know what my friends are trading ES. Dude, I started with ES. ES is pretty good until you taste Nasdaq. Nasdaq is like cocaine, whereas ES is just like, I don't know, blunt marijuana. You know what I fucking mean? Like, makes you go to sleep, relaxes you, whereas Nasdaq gives you this like AD rush. I don't do drugs though. Because I mean, yes, let's say the S&P divergence from here to there was 7 points, which is 350 bucks per contract. On Nasdaq, that was 37 point. Wow, 37 points, which is what, 600 bucks, 800 bucks per con. That's funny. It can place for equal lows and not take it. Yes, is for retail trader. Bro, that's a fucking fact though. It can literally leave 4, 5, 6, 10 equals highs, lows, and never take it. Or take it like a week later or something. It's so fucking. 1 minute IFVG can be interesting. I am still unable to establish a range here. And I guess I can use here this one. They're so out of sync today. I'm looking for maybe if it doesn't tag the data high first, I'm trying to see whether this can form a second leg pullback so we can perhaps trade that, you know. I don't think it's gonna happen though. I'll go with micros. Yeah, the reason I went micros today is basically because like I'm looking at this price action. It's like way too choppy to go with the full contracts. So I'm like I still want to take it though. Let me go with micros. You know, micros can be really like life changing as well though. Even like 5 micros can make you 10 grand with the right approach. I think it's very underestimated. The problem, so Softel says things. Oh, you're talking about crude though. Never mind. I'm on the same page with you on that. All right, there's an SMT here. I'm gonna establish dealing range. Come on, you can do this. All right, so ES is tagging the finally the lows. I think it should go for the original draw. Let's see if this can form second leg. I'm waiting for ES to tag this low. That low should be a trail soup on ES. Friday Block River. Here it says crypto fast, Nasdaq medium, ES slow. I would say Nasdaq is the fastest. It's faster than crypto because crypto tends to consolidate for months, weeks, years. Crypto is not really fast. Like it moves fast when it does though, and that happens usually once a year or something like that, you know. When it moves, it moves. I agree. If you long ES, you can run a marathon before it. Fact. Why not use the 5 minute SMT low for dealing range? Let's take a look at it. So, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Because I don't see an SMT divergence at the lows on the 5. There is the divergence on SMT at the highs though, but I don't see that on the lows. Let me see that. There's a tiny one here actually. Hold on. Did it pull back into this redeeming range EQ? Oh damn, that's nice. I just had to zoom in to see this though. So here's the S&T divergence. This is the 5-minute S&T. And then it's dealing range. It's the range EQ. Damn, that's nice. Alright, second leg is up. Very algorithmic fair value gap delivery into range EQ. Now this should go for the short-term highs. And then have a breakout there, hopefully. Very underrated. Are you talking about the Nas? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm way too behind the chat. I'm like 6 minutes behind. Have a good day, XRP. 840 candle. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It's the 840. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I would say that's the 15-minute though. Not that it matters that much. But yeah, that's the 15-minute divergence. So its short-term buy side is the all-time highs, which should be delivered. That's a good point though, because what we have here is, hold on, let's see. No, never mind. Yeah, didn't even see that. Yeah, you can definitely use the daily range from that low all the way to the high as well, for sure. Gives more or less the same level. I like to use the 1 minute dealing range the most, even for the higher time frame um, ranges, because I feel like it gives the most precise level, and because it's the relevant time frame for my execution time frame, I'm looking at how it's reacting on the time frame on that specific level, basically. Because sometimes when you pull it from the 15 or the hourly or whatever, higher time frame, you'll see candles violating those levels, but that doesn't necessarily mean um, it's flipping the coin or whatever. So that's why I'm usually keeping it on the one. You're shorting this? Damn, bro, you're nasty. Let's see hourly. Are you still in your long position, lost? I'm sure you've already taken partials though, but just curious if you're still holding some. Gotcha. Like right now, here? Yeah, I think that should be that should be okay because the invalidation is pretty tight actually. It shouldn't violate the previous low. It could diverge there, but damn, it couldn't break out, huh? Alright, so ES took out the sell side finally. Let's see. Now's the time to make the run. Now is a good time. So again, this low should be turtle soup buy side delivery. Evaluate this one. So the hourly gapped up. This should be it, guys, for the second stage. This is the short on buy side. The whole plat is long in this. I pulled my top stove account out of drawdown today because changes were patients and limiting number of trades. Damn, man, like if you pull your account out of the drawdown in a price action like this, big applause. Nice. I'm actually very happy to hear that you pulled that off. It's been a week long. I mean, it's really hard to take an account out of drawdown because it kind of fucks with your mentals, regardless of like how big the drawdown is. Even if it's just $5, not $5, but maybe like 500 bucks, kind of fucks with you. remember. I remember your first Top Step account. So there's an immediate rebalance here. Nazmi, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the immediate rebalance you were studying, right? So it formed the OB, candle immediately rebalanced, so the low of the immediate rebalance shouldn't get tagged, right? And it should be a faster market now. You know who said this immediate rebalance? That was Nazmi. He is currently studying, if I'm not mistaken, 2023 mentorship again, and that's that's what he mentioned about rebalances, immediate rebalances. And yeah, I agree, it's very powerful. I've been looking for looking at it ever since. Not trading it, but like just studying purposes. Looks pretty strong. When it forms the order block though, it's not like every immediate rebalance. Like for example here, it formed the OB, right? Broke down, so immediately rebalance. Now the third candle here could be a short entry and stop would be above somewhere here. Is the idea, essentially. Or like it allows you to anticipate faster delivery. Nazmi, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm talking your words here. Yep, here. Yeah, this one is distracted, which means it could still deliver the buy side, but it's going to be slow, I think. That's what we anticipate from this violation, correct? Come on in.
What's up, bro? How are you?
Not much, man. Not much. How you doing?
Not much. Today, not much. Feeling a little bit.
Feeling ill?
What?
Did you say I'm feeling ill?
No, chilling a
Oh,
little bit.
chilling, chilling. Oh, got you, got you. Nice, nice. So
Um,
tell us about that immediate rebalance thing and
yeah,
about its
let's say
violation.
the this balance that you mentioned on the left
Yeah,
for 9:30.
here. Yep.
You can see that it's disrespected, and when limit charge rebalance is disrespected, you can anticipate two things: either reversal or consolidation. And here you can see the consolidation just happened.
Yep.
So generally, ICT says that if the limitation balance is disrespected, equal half like half he close half of this position or he close everything.
Got you. That's a good insight.
Yeah, that's good because it's literally working
Yeah.
very well.
So
Uh,
right now I'm watching ES here because it didn't violate it. The immediate rebalance. I'm like, oh, maybe that could run for the at least the S&T highs here or something. Oh shit.
um, yeah, maybe, but there are other immediate rebalance when 2 weeks just touch together. But I'm looking at an example there. I don't see it. Let me check.
The implied fair value gap?
I know. I will show you. You will see. When I will show you, you will know.
Okay.
Like there are advanced like ICT trader that entered on this kind of candle. Let me just screenshot it and so everyone can see.
Sure.
it's so so I don't know. I don't know really how they do to anticipate it perfectly on that.
I think it has to do with our blocks.
No, not only with other blocks. Look at the picture I sent you.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay.
Uh,
I see what you're saying.
yeah, but see, Juma, I have to check because I'm like studying like 3 4 videos per day, so I have to go to my notes to find a good video of it. And there is a video called Images Rebalance by ICT Mentorship 2023. Maybe comment about it. But ICT, like in the mentorship, like it took for the important thing, it took like 1.1 minute or 2 minutes max, and 50 minutes is like talking about I don't know what. But
That's so funny.
you have to be like really really focused uh, to to find the gems.
You know what I was doing, bro, when I was going through the 2022 mentorship and for the first time. So I was usually on set working, right? And what we do usually on set is basically waiting the whole day. So we work for like 12 hours or 16 hours or whatever, but half of it or like 70% of it is just fucking waiting literally. So I was watching ICT videos back then on set while I'm waiting, so I didn't have to rush it anything. So I was literally listening every bullshit that he was talking about in like I wasn't even speeding up the video. So that's just a little story.
But yeah, I, I'm not like it was cool to watch his videos because okay, he talks about his life and everything, but I enjoyed, you know,
No,
I
yeah,
enjoyed it.
for sure.
But when you learn the information, like right now, I don't want to go again and find that kind of shit, you know.
No, yeah, for sure, for sure.
When I go to it again because I don't want to miss anything. So yeah, and what I learned also something really really interesting. If you take this original consolidation on the left,
Yep.
I put it in the chat. So the
Here you're talking about.
equity, yeah. You take the 50% of it
Yep.
from high to low, and this is a point where you want to take
The partials.
like the most partials, the
Yep.
worst one,
Yep. Yep.
most of it, because it can reverse there.
Yeah.
And this is why I didn't understand why we don't go sometimes for um, the equal highs,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
there is an original consolidation, but it's dense and it's difficult for market to pass away.
Yep. It's basically high resistance run above here. So
Yeah,
this is a high resistance buy side objective basically.
yeah, and so rushing to go to the, like equal highs is not a good thing at all.
Oh yeah, no, no. I've done that before. Like also equal highs, it should get tied. It's the highest probability target, whatever. It's not. It's just equal lows or equal highs. It's not a high probability target unless the price action says otherwise. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And yeah, this thing I learned like not so long time ago, but there's so much things to learn if you want like to be like if you want to learn the technical science of it. There's a lot to learn.
For sure, learning never stops, man. Sometimes it causes overthinking, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I think what I'm doing personally is I'm not trying to find everything.
Yeah.
I'm just improving my model.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
you know, so like you don't have to go like longer in PM or in range. You can. Personally, I want to trade silver bullet, so I focus on it.
Yeah.
And if I can improve the model, my management, my trades, my psychology. Let's do it,
Yeah, yeah, you're getting there, bro. I'm loving your journey so far, progression. You know that already.
Yeah. But again, I like taking too much trades sometimes, but it's good. I think that that what Tom said. I think that the problem I had is like I made like one 1.5K for example after I lose like 1K and after I make again and now like little by little improving my over trading algorithm.
That's usually the curve that we like traders usually go through, which is basically like initially you're a loser trade, right? Because you don't know shit.
Yeah.
And then there's this middle step, which is break even trader they call it. And then you become profitable. Like almost everyone goes through that path step by step.
Yeah, I'm not so concerned because I know that this is a problem of risk management right now. So
Yeah.
let's try to fix it.
Yep. See the chat. All right. Yeah, soft sound. You're funny, bro. I can't listen to his voice.
How big is tequila? So if I look to 15 minutes, like probably it's setting up
For a rally
now for lows,
or lows. It could be
but this is not like much highly probable. But what I look at is like in 15 minutes, you have like a rejection block plus like times.
the thing on the 15 is though, so the fair value gap got flipped, right? And right now it's the bodies are still above the CE. That's the only thing
Ah,
I would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that looks better on the no. No, either way, it's a choppy, ugly market price action right now. Like the
Yeah,
afternoon session
it's
might be
very
better,
choppy.
but the morning session is definitely not. It could be tradable just for just scalping purposes, but other than that, we're stuck in a range anyways.
That's why I didn't want like to trade, to risk today.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can say, okay, this is not safe stop loss, and you will be like break even and like this. But I preferred like to got break even and like to lock out my account
Hmm.
and to
Hmm.
be like not really in that kind of range,
Yep. Yep.
taking trades. Because I knew that yesterday we took all-time high, and Thursday before NFP this would be like less precise.
Yep.
So
100%.
why to risk?
100%. I literally did the same thing. So for the same purposes also. So 100%.
And even though it was a bad thing that I took that trade, but
Not really though. Like you followed your model probably in your execution style or whatever. So if you follow it all, I don't think it's a bad trade.
yeah, I took the trade like we take. There was like SMT ODS. Okay, this was not like a proximal one. It was like a more distal one, and PPR 50%. You get trust equilibrium
Hmm.
into the
Hmm. Yep.
yeah. But what I'm seeing is like I understand you right now. I don't want like to be anymore in trades like are chopping. Okay, I want like fast trade, trade compared to the TP and midnight.
Yep, yep, for sure. Because the more you look at it, the more draining it is, and for that you gotta have like really good filters and set of rules just so you can avoid it, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you don't see what you want to see, just close the charts and just be done with it, right?
100%. That's also a thing. Like when I look at 15 minutes, right? Not maybe right now, but when I look at 15 minutes, like I want to see clear PDRA, to
Mm-hmm.
trade.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So like if you open right now the 15 minutes, there is no clear PDRA to trade.
Yeah, it's just stuck in the
That's
middle. Like the only
yeah,
thing I would
like
say, the only thing I would say here is like in terms of PD arrays, like maybe the inversion fair value gap, you can try something off of it, and the volume imbalance, you can try something off of it. But other than that, this could be also like setting up for immediate rebalance, it's outside delivery, right? Because it's
yeah,
failing to go above the 50% of that wick right now, which is always bearish, and it stays
yeah.
below the end dog. You know, it's 50-50 at the point at the moment.
If I look it like really like at the technical point, like we have S&T at the eyes in 15 minutes. We closed at 1945. We closed under three consecutive candle, meaning it has to be like exposure,
Yeah.
and now we are backwards. So that's why I would like to see like pushing down, but because technically speaking, we don't have like uh, a change of state of delivery for higher, like in any time frame.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing behind
Yeah, I think what's defining will be ES, like what ES does here. Is it gonna go for the hourly sell side and complete the hourly, like the S&P divergence objective or not? Because if it goes there, obviously it could keep going lower further.
yes, it's shit.
Yes, it's shit. Yes, it's shit. That's for sure.
Yes, it's shit. You cannot really add anything. But
Everyone's fucking shitting on ES today. That's so funny.
but like Nasdaq, I don't know. I think it's showing today. I don't think it's showing a short now, but I don't know. It's definitely not trading today.
Uh, Thor, if it wasn't for us, did you close the screen with a PA like that? So after break evening my long position here, I would just close my computer and go for Starbucks or something to grab coffee.
So like you
So
drink Starbucks.
I know I actually don't drink Starbucks at all. I prefer McDonald's coffee. It tastes better. But yeah, if I wasn't live streaming, no, I wouldn't be watching after 10:27. I would take a peek at in the afternoon just to see like if it's moving or not. If it would look like this, I would close the charts in the afternoon too.
So look at my 15-minute chart and tell me what if you like it or not.
So I have a recommendation for you for that. But 1 second, I'll tell you what. The S&T, I can see this panning out. I can see it.
Like look even at the candles or how it's respecting the order block.
So that's yeah. So that's the 15 minute you said, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me just try to do something.
But
I feel like the candles are digging into the main threshold of the LB. Seems like. Where's my tool?
You see the price.
Yeah, it's
The
breaking down
Algo,
right now.
the Algo's fuck. That's me by the Algo.
So yeah, I like that. So, um, if you look at the screen for a second, real quick, it's
Yeah,
actually like staying below the mean threshold of the OB the whole time with a bearish S&T diverges at the highs.
he is showing his way, I think.
The problem is though, like the sell side target, like where where is it gonna go? You know, like, that's the problem. That's the main problem. I think it could potentially touch the old all-time high, which is this black line, and then bounce from there. Kind of because that's a breaker at the end of the day on the weekly chart or the daily chart. Let's see. Yeah, it's the daily. I think it's just forming. So today's purpose is basically like form an OB here or a breakaway gap, you know, and then it's gonna move tomorrow.
Tomorrow it will be crazy.
Yep. So this something like this, like after a breakout like that, pause and then rally. You know, that's what I'm anticipating here,
But if you
essentially.
go like again in 15 minutes,
Something like
like
this. Yeah, sure.
yeah, like maybe the first imbalance
hmm
that is not filled, first one.
This one down here,
Yeah,
I would favor if it doesn't go down that much. Very honestly, I would favor like I don't know, what do I know? Something like this and come back in the range, or a rejection block come back in the range and close within the range, something like that, you know. If it wants to form the breakaway gap on the daily or an order block on the daily.
and you know, for example, when volume imbalance is no more valid, like
The one once the body is closes outside, it's not valid anymore.
so when you have a close inside is invalidated.
No, outside is invalid. It can close inside,
Okay,
but ideally speaking, it just wicks.
yeah,
Like right now, if it closes below in 3 minutes, that's very bearish.
yeah, but as anticipated.
And this is also like that rebalance thing, like same deal. And it didn't even reach. So do you see this? This is algorithmic touch.
Yeah,
50% of that wick, and it's selling off, like very algorithmic. Here, this is the high on the 1 minute. So soft sell. You're having a problem closing the chart. So I have a suggestion for you. I don't know. So you're not with Topstep if I'm correct. There are like blockers that you can download to your computer, and you can actually lock yourself out manually from TradingView. Or if you're using NinjaTrader, whatever platform you're using, you can literally manually lock yourself out of there for the whole day. Just like Topstep's manual lock thing. Take a look at it. I don't remember the name of the software, but
Turkey,
if you Google it,
Turkey,
yeah,
Turkey. I will write.
sure. If you Google it, also you can definitely find one. And I recommend everybody who's struggling with overtrading, downloading that blocker. That will be literally life saving because you take one trade, you block yourself out no matter what.
And what is good with it is, but you have to pay is I think it's like $100, but then it's okay to buy it. You can also block every apps. For example, let's say you have TradingView. I don't know if there is an app on the computer, but you can block also the app, the app. So
hmm hmm
that's
Could be a great first step. Soft sell, please. I hope you're listening this. Oh, okay, he's here. Cool, cool. I thought you were.
that's what we don't want. And yeah, it will change it.
because soft sell, like, if you don't teach yourself how to and when to stop, like in the long run, it's really hard or almost impossible to become profitable in this business, unfortunately. That's the harsh truth. And you're an amazing trader, soft sell. I know you know like the algorithmic deliveries, the ICT, PTRs, all that, technical stuff. You know that already. The problem is overtraining always. I mean, in this group, like almost everybody knows the technical part of the market.
The thing is, when you study 1 minute delivery, for example, you don't begin to trade like swing trading or things like this. I think the most common thing to everybody is overtrading because that that candles are printing every time, you know.
True, true. That's why I'm like personally, that's why I'm mainly focusing on the divergences and the dealing range because the first leg, right? If I want to trade the first leg, I wait divergence long it, okay? And the second one,
Yeah,
second leg. So this is just like one precise level, right? I'm not looking at the fair value gaps
yeah,
necessarily. And then if I want to trade the second leg, I wait for it. So I'm neglecting all the other PD arrays above it, you know? It allows me to not trade or less trade, basically. Trade less.
and yeah. I love when I am right.
That sounds good.
Sorry, bro. Sorry for the economistical
No,
moment
no,
when you say it in English, but
I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with
yeah, I'm still like that.
you. Ego is good. Sometimes ego is good if you're using it for a good purpose.
To become better because you see that when you study charts, you become better. So
Yeah, the south side's coming.
that's good. Yeah, and also like original consolidation of the sell side. So you have to, yeah, it has to go.
Right. So here's the first low.
But yeah, the lows are pretty like these are like 15 points or something like that. Yeah, the wicks are literally at the same level.
The which lows are you talking about? The one from yesterday?
No, no, the lows in 1 minute here at 10.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the S&T averages also. That should be the drawn liquidity right now.
The wicks, you see the wicks is exactly the same level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
the lows.
The,
The
yeah,
9,
10, 20.
the 59 or 10 a.m. candle.
Yep, here.
It's literally the same level. So it's hypovolatile.
Yeah, we are looking at south side for sure because like it just broke down low to discount with a fair value gap retest. Break down one more time. Now it should tag at least the old S&T divergence, just like that.
Yeah. You see, bro, 15 minutes is so powerful, bro. It's really if you can 15 minutes, you can trade like into the wages for a short in S&T and
Yep. I mean, it's there. It couldn't break out toward the buy side after. So it set a trap first. There's a trap here, and S&T diverges. So that S&T diverges initially, I was thinking about a pullback into range EQ. Then it couldn't break out. It failed there, and used the trap fair value gap to go lower. This is the confirmation for me for the sell side though. The 1123 candle breaking down with this
yeah,
places, and then retest of equilibrium. Now this is an order block, it shouldn't fail. I'm wondering if along the way it formed a bearish SMT. Oh, there it is. This is a perfect execution.
Yeah.
This is what I'm preaching for the first leg. Like you turtle soup that.
Just of them down after. Everything is ugly.
Yep. It's just like sometimes it's really not easy to see during the live
Yeah,
session.
that's it.
Because sometimes you're also too focused on one side, right? For example, like towards buy side, you miss the sell side information.
But for when I sell, so when I learned from you like long traps or short traps, uh, I was seeing short traps and long traps everywhere, you know. But the thing is that for myself, my interpretation of it is you have to wait. For example, you have to wait if it's short traps to be in discount or if
Mm-hmm.
it's long traps to be in premium. First of all, and second of all, you have to look at precise level. For example, I I always look at like 15 minutes PGY, and in that precise level, that's where like the traps are forming.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, let's say here the short traps that we are turning right now um, were created in a BPR, for example.
Yep. Yep.
The long traps at the high was creating
The mean
like
threshold,
yeah
the R
the
block.
representation. So and also in the rejection block, if you trace the rejection block in 15 minutes, I think it would be like really clear.
Yep, it's the same, almost the same level. It's basically like printed three lower highs right there.
Yeah. So this is my interpretation of it.
For me, the traps is like I don't like to trade traps necessarily, like the retests of that trap,
Me too.
unless there's a divergence or whatever, because it you need to be more, how can I say this, like more or less precise with the trap fair value gaps, because they can get invalidated with the bodies, but it could be still viable. So for me, the best case scenario is like what I did here with the longs, the same thing. So I wait for the displacement, and not displacement, I wait for the manipulation and try to long that. Same deal on the lower end. If it's a trap, okay, wait for the SMT first one and just short that, because it's gonna be there regardless. It's gonna be there. I mean, here I wouldn't do it during the live stream because I was still bullish here, but technically speaking, if I was looking bearish here, anticipated the trap, etc., that would be my short here. Because it gives you I think it's the best and the most precise entry strategy, and that's what I like about it. Like maybe I wouldn't long, I wouldn't short it as it goes above it, but the second candle would what I would short. I mean, it's just the thing.
No, that's good. That's good.
So it helps me to filter out the fair value gaps also, especially if there are like multiple ones.
For the short traps or long traps, what I saw is as you explained, you need to not be like to not have a big target when you see it because it will retrace maybe on it, maybe not. So yeah, for example, if I if I say I took one marginal consolidate, one short traps or long traps, like the first buy side liquidity, you want like to take like 50% of it
Hmm.
because it can retrace. Like you can see like after 10 a.m. short traps went higher. That's where you had your position. Came back in short traps, and this is where you need to be cautious.
Yep, especially on a day like this.
Yeah, that kind of day like this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna form. It's gonna go for the range EQ one more time. It seems like something like this, or it doesn't.
I have to go slowly.
Here, brother.
So
I'm gonna wrap it up here as well.
have a great day. Thank you for the stream. Tomorrow NFP, no?
I'll be here. Yeah, I can't miss NFP.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 27 contracts on Apex. All right, man. You have a great day.
Thank you, bro.
Killa, that chart is scary as fuck, brother. Ayuma, yes, I'll be in the voice chat with you probably. I'll say in 20 minutes. How does that sound for you? Perfect. If you guys want to join, also you guys can feel free to join if you're okay with it, Ayuma. Yes, sir. Just gonna grab a coffee, be right back, and then I'll be with you guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here for the AM session. Probably gonna be peaking at in the afternoon to see what how it's happening. I'm still favoring buy side after sell side delivery. So far, maybe like hourly sell side on Nasdaq on the S gets tagged, and that could form a buy model there, but we'll see. All right, thanks for being here the whole session. Really appreciate that, guys. It was a very good session with you all. You have a wonderful day.